She's my friend, and that probably is the thing that I like the best about her, is that she's just easy to love, okay? So let's enjoy the next little time with our queen. Let's hear it for Lana Parrilla! Super fun, too.
See, I adore you.
I love you too, babes. Yeah, you're neat, you know, and I gotta tell, I mean, I am so proud of your success because that really means there is fucking God. You know what I mean? Because you deserve it. You're like, you bring it, you work hard. You know, that is the most, that's the secret about the secret to the success and why we love the character. Is she's one of the hardest working actors in show business, man. She comes prepared and ready to play. And that's such a great lesson for all you young performers out there, that the secret to being able to play on set and be creative and be in the moment and be able to listen to the other players is to do your homework. And that is one thing that I look up to you as a fellow actor, is how prepared you come to work and how seriously you take it. And you know, that makes it fun to go toe the mark with you, even if you always get the best of me. Like, I'm like, this is like, no, I know, it's come close. But I'm always like, I'm so gonna protect you, like, whoa, I'm back. I get like one step and I'm flicked away or I'm Vadered. When you Vadered me, that was the worst. It still hurts. Still hurts. Anyway, love you, babe.
Love you.
Great to see you. Enjoy the fans, and I'll be back and get you soon. Love you.
It's like 2:38. I watched this 2:38. It's flying by. Is everyone having a great time?
Fantastic.
Everyone's pleased.
Woo! Woo!
Turning to some veterans. I know there's a lot of familiar faces in the crowd. And feel free to ask those people, where are we, what are we doing, how do I do this, and how do I get that? I love you guys.
Woo! We love you!
Okay, we should start with these questions because there's a lot of people who talk for a long time. Hi.
Hi, my name is Caitlin, and I'd like to know what interested in you to play the role of the evil queen.
I liked that this was a script I've never seen before. It was really unique. It was a cool spin on fairy tales. I liked that there were two worlds. I liked that there was a fairy tale world and then there was the real world. So I got to play two characters. That really appealed to me.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Hello.
Hi, I'm Courtney.
I'm Alice. Hi, I'm Alice.
Well, we were both kind of wondering, so the feather in the show means a lot to Regina and Robin, and like the feather itself just resembles hope.
So we just want to know what it means to you, Lana Parrilla, like personally, like why the feather?
So the feather came to me when I was about 22 years old, so like 3 years ago. And wow. Everyone knows how old I am now. Well, so,
We all know.
it came to me when I was in a dark place and I was asking for a sign and I saw a feather and I thought, well, that can't be it because that's too obvious. And then over the years, it just kept kind of showing, these feathers kept showing up in different random places, and I was, you know, just struggling or lost hope or felt like I just couldn't go on. And every time I saw a feather, it was like, maybe this is my sign. Maybe this is the sign that's telling me that I'm supposed to be where I am and exactly where I am, where I need to be, and maybe I should just breathe into that and let it just accept it. And so it started giving me strength every time I saw these feathers, and then I collected way too many feathers. I don't remember which feather was where, and you know, where I was or how I found it. I eventually had to get rid of a lot of feathers, but it does represent hope to me as well. But it's kind of hard for me to say that now because it also represents hope on the show. I don't know if it was a marriage between our stories, either Adam and Eddie, and they knew I had this feather. I don't know if it was a collaboration or if it was something that they saw and came up with for Robin, and then I had my own connection to it, so it really just made sense. But it does have a similar meaning for both of us. Yeah, that's the story behind the feather that a lot of you have, because I guess it's become your feather of hope as well, right? Who has a feather tattoo in the audience? That's awesome, see? And I've met so many fans that have this feather tattoo, so it's pretty cool. And I love that I've been able to share my symbol with all of you. So I hope it brings you as much joy as it does me. Thank you very much. Hi.
Hi, I'm Camilla, it's me again.
Yes.
And I can't believe I'm going to say that live, forgive me, Mom. I was raised by two moms, two angry, very angry moms. And it's like the way I was raised is very hard to forgive. They hold grudge. My English is very bad because I'm from Canada, Montreal. Usually I speak French, so I'm going to try to explain very quick. You said one day that your weakness, you forgive quickly. So I was wondering, how do you do that?
How do you forgive? Like, quickly?
Yeah, forgive and forget quickly.
I don't ever really forget. I just forgive because it's a choice. And because, you know, I think about love, and you think about how much you love someone, and maybe that person has hurt you. And I just honestly just choose love over hate. And that sounds kind of cliche, but what's the alternative? The alternative is you end up living with this gross, ugly feeling inside towards someone who you loved. And that's not good either. So you really kind of have two choices. You can either choose to forgive them or choose to hate them for the rest of your life. And that's just not a feeling I want to live with in my life. And a lot of people have hurt me. You know, a lot of people, I've hurt people unconsciously. We all do it. But I think there's always room for forgiveness. And sometimes you can't even forgive the person to their face. And then maybe you don't have to, but you can for yourself forgive them. And then choose to just disconnect. You don't have to have them in your life. If it doesn't work for you, if it's not healthy for you, you can still forgive them and have compassion and empathy for wherever they are, and then just choose to disconnect, but not live with those ugly feelings.
Thank you.
Hi. First of all, you look really gorgeous today, and
Thank you so much.
my question for you would be, out of all of Regina's mayor outfits, what would be your favorite?
I really liked a couple of dresses that stand out. There was one, I think it was season 1, and Graham was still in her life. And I think she was zipping up the back of her black dress. Yes. A little sexy moment we haven't seen with Regina. We have to see that. It's just so buttoned up most of the time. But I like those little moments. I like that dress, and I do love the purple one that she wore with Selena. When Selena came over to her house with the apples, and they were in their iconic colors, and that was intentional. And I like that. I like that purple dress, although I was like, I won't be eating today. But it's pretty cool. I think it was a Victoria Beckham dress, actually. She's pretty amazing, so.
Thank you, I love you.
Which is yours? Do you have one? It's such an interesting question, so I'm curious what yours is.
I like the one where it was the one where you met Robert. Kind of the first time, back in Sisterhood, and
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi. I was wondering how difficult it is to switch between playing the two completely different characters as Regina and the Evil Queen, as Regina's made such like an impressive character development over the past couple of seasons, and I was wondering which character you prefer playing as well.
I love both of them. I really do. I think I'll always love playing both of those characters. I like that I have the opportunity to go back and forth, because if I were just playing one character for so long, I mean, you can get bored, but there's so much evolution with each character that I don't get bored. And they're on different journeys. They have been on different journeys for so long, and then they kind of were in a similar journey in season 6, when it all just came to a head and they had to figure each other out. I don't find it difficult so much to switch back and forth between those two. I think costume has a lot to do with it. I think makeup, hair has a lot to do with it. I think my body and how I've chosen to play each character physically has a lot to do with it, and vocally. So I've made very specific choices to make sure that they are so different, and then also find ways where they're similar, so you can bridge the two.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. It's harder to what I'm doing now, actually, because I'm on the same show, but it's not the same, and I'm playing a different character, so it's kind of like now playing someone else, and so it's a little more challenging, because sometimes I slip into Regina and I'm like, no, I'm not her right now. Whereas with the Evil Queen and Regina, it's just a little bit easier kind of switch. Hi.
I was wondering if you think Cora ever did love Henry, Regina's father, or did she use him for status?
I don't think that's love. It's not the way you love somebody. No, I think she was an opportunist, and she married Henry because she wanted to be queen, and she wanted Regina to be queen. She ultimately wanted to control Regina, and what is it called? What did they call it? What would her title be? The Queen.
Regent. Queen Mother.
Queen's mother.
Queen Mother.
It's just Queen Mother, right?
Yeah.
Nothing. That's it.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know if I fight for that title, but okay. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think she really loved him. She treated him like crap.
Okay, thank you.
Hi.
Hi. I was wondering what was your favorite part about hosting the Candlelight Processional a couple years ago? I was there and it was beautiful.
Oh, thanks. My favorite part was all of it. Was being there and doing something that's so historical and traditional for Disney, and I felt so honored. John Lasseter was the one who put me forward for that, and that was a huge honor for me. I felt so lucky. He loves my voice. That made me really happy, for obvious reasons. But he hears all the time. all of his films, it's mostly boys. I loved the choir. I love that little girl who was in the red dress, and we were both in red dresses, and we both had little white coats on. I loved seeing her, that we were in sync. We didn't know it.
Yeah,
she
was
beautiful.
So good.
And the guy who sang in Spanish, who did it, I think he did last year when I went to see Ginny perform. Yeah, he's beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
So the whole thing's quite magical.
Yeah.
So you can imagine if you have not seen Candlelight Processional at Disneyland, or Disney World, they're really special, and it's a great thing to do with your family. Hi, thank you.
Hi, I am Estrella from Venezuela, and she is Valentina from Argentina.
Hello. Hello.
First, I do his question. How do you feel when a fan tells you that you saved her life? Because a friend of her is the message from him.
I usually say, tell me how. If you have interest, I'm curious on how. And then I hear their story, and I'm always moved, and I feel really lucky to be a part of a show that has helped so many people. It's a really unique thing for a television show to have this impact. And I often say, as much as I love Homeland, I'm really glad we're not teaching people how to make bombs. I feel like we're putting some positivity in the world, which is so needed right now.
Now I can tell you why. I am from Venezuela, and many of my Real sisters are there, and they send all love for you. You received 4 letters 2 years ago, and you take a video from us, and I'm so grateful. This made me move on, and now I stay here to meet you. So thank you so much for. I spoke for many here. You are so incredible and such a huge inspiration for us. Thank you so much, Lana.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Lana. I love you. And I was wondering, which is your favorite moment in season 6?
In season 6?
Yes.
Some of you have heard this, but for those who haven't, my favorite moment is in the mayor's office when Regina and the Evil Queen were at each other's throats. And Regina has this epiphany and realizes that the only way to heal this relationship is by fully accepting her dark side and loving that part of herself, which is what the Evil Queen has always been missing, is that love and acceptance, right? Which is a very powerful message. When we discriminate, when we punish, when we turn away, we really make matters worse. And I think with Regina, she finally realized what she needed to do with this person who she's been suppressing and punishing and hating for all these years. And she realized the only way to heal this relationship is with love, fully accepting and embracing her other side, her dark side. And then when she did that, I mean, the Evil Queen just melted, and something was happening inside of her, and what was happening was, oh my God, I'm feeling, this is like a good feeling. I don't even know what that is. She hasn't felt that in so long. And it's such a beautiful gift to give to oneself. And I think that that's, Regina became a life coach according to the Huffington Post after that. I thought that was really cool.
I love
That's my favorite moment. It's a very important message.
I love when she says that she loves herself. It's that she really loves herself, and the Evil Queen felt that, and it was connection between them two. Thank you.
Yeah, you're right. She said, I love myself now, which means so she too. Really cool. Yes, thank you. Hi. Oh, thank you.
Hello, how you doing, Lana?
Better now. I've been up since 4:30. Yes, hi. Don't need to turn my back.
No, it's okay. It's okay. My name is Noah. Me and my girlfriend who's sitting in the back are huge, huge fans of you. We think you're fantastic and very beautiful too. I did notice you had a Star Wars shirt on today. I love Star Wars. My question to you, a two-part question, is who's your favorite Star Wars character and what is your favorite episode?
I did not.
I love Han Solo. I also feel like I'm a little Obi-Wan. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have a favorite. I love all of them.
It's a good answer.
Yeah. I'm like not a big favorite person on like anything, but because they all have like such. I didn't like some of the newer ones. The latest one I liked. I like the older ones better. I'm not a big fan of the ones in between. Yeah. So, but I love Obi-Wan. I feel like I'm a little Obi-Wan in season 7. I'm like, don't smile. I do feel a little Obi-Wan in season 7, which is cool. You'll have to tune in and see how and why.
Thank you.
And what's yours?
Well, since you asked. No, I'm actually, I like Darth Vader. I know he represents evil, but he's such a huge part of that whole saga. I think that's awesome.
I know people think the Evil Queen's kind of dark.
Yeah.
She is.
It's attractive.
Stuff like now Obi-Wan, I've been Darth Vader, now what's next? Yoda? Like 5 years from now, I'm going to be like green and shriveled up. She'll be stunning. I know no one looks better green than Rebecca. Anyway, thank you so much. Hi.
Hi, Lana. I want to know if you look forward to your new character, Ronnie, to have a new love interest or boyfriend.
What was the last part? Do I have a love for who?
If you want to Ronnie to have a love interest or a boyfriend.
Ronnie has yet to meet someone. That's all I can say. There's a lot of other stuff going on, but Ronnie right now has not met anyone. I think a lot of people want her to meet someone.
Yeah.
So maybe she will. They've kind of whispered about it, but I don't know. I haven't seen anything yet. Believe it when I see it. So currently, no. Currently, Ronnie is very alone.
Oh.
And likes her alcohol. Does a lot of shots. Hopefully they'll be on the show still. Shot taking on the side.
I was wondering if you've ever wanted to write a book and what would you want to write it about?
Nah. I don't feel like that. Maybe one day, I don't know. I think if I were to write anything, it would probably be my life. I used to write books when I was younger, and I still have them. That's probably why I stopped. They were okay. But people have said you should write your life story, and I don't know, maybe I will. I read Ellen Burstyn's, and that was pretty interesting and very exposing and raw, and I like that. And I think maybe at some point in my life, that's something I would want to do. I have no problem sharing my life. I can't live with shame, right? You have to just kind of live your life. And sometimes sharing your story changes lives. So only if it had that sort of positive impact that I would do it. But I think it would. I don't have any plans as of right now. But writing scripts is another thing.
Ooh.
I do have something I really need to develop. Like right now, so I gotta go. Do you have another question? Well, just keep an eye out there. It might be about 20 years. Book right now.
Hi, Lana. I'm Corey. And I know everybody's already thinking this, but I love you. You're gorgeous. So I have two questions.
Yes.
First one is there anybody, like a classic actor or actress, who inspired you as an actor or even as Regina? And then the second one is, Beverly Elliott said her lasagna was better than yours.
Lasagna?
Yeah, her lasagna was better than Regina's.
Oh. I would think that hers is better than Regina's, but that's mine. Lasagna is on a lasagna. Lasagna is the best there is. Maybe I'm good at it. I make two kinds of lasagnas. I make the classic Italian style. And then I learned how to make a butternut squash and hazelnut lasagna, which is and you can look it up online. So just remember that title, Google it, and you can find it. Damn. For those not gluten-free people, but vegetarians. And inspiration. Aside from family members. She said to play the evil queen, so that's true. Let's see, there's been many. Growing up, I really loved Betty Davis, even though she wasn't really part of the inspiration for Regina or the Evil Queen. I would say Glenn Close was. Ingrid Bergman, Ursula, even like Cruella de Vil sometimes. Oh my God, Gary Oldman.
Yeah.
Dave Bowie. People in my life. My own darkness. It kind of comes from everywhere. And I think the most important thing to pay attention to is that voice that goes, it's this, and you're like, what? And then you ignore it. It's like yesterday I was leaving the house, and I went to pick up my sunglasses, and I went, and I left the house, and then, son! Right in my face, and I'm driving, I'm like, why didn't I grab those? And my inner voice said, grab them, and I didn't. And that happens all the time. Listen to it, please. Not only because you might be blind when you're driving, but like, just because that little voice really does know stuff. And so when you're reading something, one of the notes that I got growing up when I started studying acting was, take notes for the time you're reading a script, because that little voice is like your subconscious, and it's also your inspiration. It knows things. It's your creativity. It's your imagination. So jot stuff down. So it really comes from everywhere.
Thank you so much, Lana.
You're welcome. I feel like this has turned into a life coaching session. I'm needing it to be. Stop asking me deep questions.
Oh, they're good.
I hate it. She's like, shit.
Hi, my name's Kristen, and I have a couple questions, but I'm trying to think of one I should ask.
What's your favorite dessert?
But I don't know, your acting and what you brought to Regina is really, really powerful, and it's been an honor to meet you. And my question is, how great did it feel when you and Selena finally got to that sister moment?
It felt pretty amazing. Because that's when Bex and I fell in love. It's interesting how sometimes your relationships with these, as you're playing these parts, sometimes it kind of can bleed into life. So you're like, oh God, I don't want to be too close, I don't want to be too nice. Because, you never know. And even though Bex and I have always been really connected, we have mutual friends. But there is, sometimes for the sake of acting, just take your time, you're telling a story, you want to not get too close. So like, as soon as our characters sort of understood their backstory and they realized that they loved each other, it was like, yes! We can explore this on such a cool level. Because now you're working together in a different way as opposed to against each other. And even though you are working together, you're sometimes working as the characters against each other. So sometimes you won't get into a big, what are you doing this weekend scene? I mean, you won't get into a big, like, well, let's get together, let's go to the spa, let's go work out, let's go do this, and then go into the scene and you're like, I hate you! So you kind of end up, it's like, I think Glenn Close actually said that he told a story. And it happens a lot in acting, where I guess she was very social with a lot of people she was working with, and she had to hate this person so much. And she kept told the director, I'm just gonna stay in my trailer, because I have such a tendency where I wanna get to know someone and I become their friend immediately, but I don't want that to affect the work. So sometimes, I think it took us a little time to kind of warm up, and then we just fell in love. And I love that she's one of my closest friends now. I love Rebecca Mader so much. She's paid me to say that. I really do love her so much. And it felt like it was the right time. And it actually was validating, because we were like, these two people can't hate each other this much. I mean, they barely know each other. And so it was almost like, there was a deeper story there, and it validated our own sort of secret love for one another. And then once our characters were in cahoots, it kind of it brought us closer. I mean, we started having a lot of cups of tea and, getting to know each other on different levels. It's really cool how acting, some of it kind of leads into life. It's all part of the work, though. If you're an actor, you probably get that. So then you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. You get really close whenever you
do
anything with someone.
A lot of people thought I was an evil queen, for real. Like, what? No. I'm a nice person, I'm just focused. Studying. Yeah. Thank you. Hi.
So your character and yourself has inspired a lot of people to finally accept and love themselves. So now that Regina has finally gotten to that point, how do you think your character is going to develop in most of the second season?
Well, that's a really good question, because that's all still being developed and explored. My new character, Ronnie, now that her name's out there, so I feel like I can talk about it. Before I was really serious about it, but she doesn't know who she is. And the Regina that we do know in flashbacks is I think it's 10 years or five years later. So she's different too, because she's evolved. It's been 5 years, and there's been a lot of happy endings in Storybrooke, and so she's a different person. I feel like the Regina in our flashbacks, we'll see, someone posted something, I think it was the rap, that said, Lana Parrilla is no longer playing Regina in season 7. I never said that. That's not true. I am in flashbacks. But that Regina feels a bit more mature, a little more patient, not as impulsive. It's seems like what you saw in season 6 really did impact her life for better. And then with Ronnie, she's totally different. She kind of is the voice for the people. She kind of stands up for the underdog, you know, doesn't tolerate bullying, which I really like. She's a cool character, but she's become kind of like a mentor, a little bit, a bit of an advisor. Which I really like.
So many people, including myself.
You're welcome. My answers are really long. I'm so sorry, but I'm in a mood to share. So.
Yay!
I'm like, and I've had this bear since grade 3. Show and tell is my favorite thing in the world. Okay, I do wish I brought my bear now. Name's Bear.
So thank you so much for coming, spend the day with us in San Francisco. Your fans really do appreciate it. It's the highlight of my year, probably. So,
that's awesome. Thank you for having me.
So when you take a break from your schedule, what's your guilty pleasure? Please don't say so.
What's my guilty pleasure?
Like, what do you have to do?
Okay.
That's not like, that's not deep. No.
So that was the real answer? What do I have to do? Besides, like, making an ice cream waffle sandwich at 1 in the morning? Because that's damn good. That's a guilty pleasure of mine. I have a sweet tooth. I also love my burgers, and I don't think I can live without them. I had to stole Julie's today and finished hers. Sorry, Julie. I eat burgers for breakfast. Like, I love them so much, so that's probably my guiltiest pleasure. And my new favorite burger is at the Waldorf Astoria in Beverly Hills. It sounds really pretentious, but I was invited, and they had a burger on the menu, and if there's a burger on the menu, I order it, and so if you're there, your family, or you're driving through, stop and get a burger or stick. That's probably my guiltiest.
Thank you.
I know I'm not alone in my burger obsession.
Hi, Lana. So one of my favorite things about Regina, in addition to being an inspiring and empowering character, is her amazingly witty one-liners that she has in all of the seasons. And I was wondering if you recall an enjoyable one-liner that you had, and also was curious if you had any input into the dialogue that she says. Like, do you ever get to write your own dialogue?
I think I have a lot on my plate just playing these two characters and different versions of them. I try not to get involved when it comes to writing, because it's also not my act. However, if a line stands out that I think, this feels kind of weird, and it doesn't seem like she would say this, I'll call and ask if they can explain this to me and why she's saying it, or they may go, you know what, this doesn't sound right, and they'll change it. But I try not to poke my nose too much when it comes to writing. Everyone has their job. I know what mine is. The other question you had was,
if you had a favorite witty one-liner.
Oh, fillet the bitch.
Thank you.
It's a good one. I should just say it in life all the time. I'm gonna start. We should start. Hi.
Hi, Lana. My name's Kevin. And I was just curious to know if during your time playing the Evil Queen and or Regina, if there was a particular scene or moment in the show that was transformative for either yourself or for your character, that you attained some different self-understanding or character understanding by playing that scene.
Yeah. So many. There was, I mean, obvious one that I've been talking about today, which is episode 14 last year, with the two of them in the mayor's office, but I would say the one with her dad in the underworld. I was so touched by that scene, and then also when he's walking into the light. Is everyone caught up? Yeah.
I mean, come on now.
When he walks into, I mean, I nearly, like, I just lost it. I lost it for so many reasons. One, because I love Regina and her journey, and I've been on this journey with her as you've been in a different way. I've been living her life so much more than my own. You can imagine like how many hours a day I play her, how many days out of the year, 9 months out of the year. So when I read her stories, I am so inspired by them and her journey that I remember reading this script. It was episode 100, where she sees her dad for the first time in the underworld. The last time she saw him, she had his heart in her hand and she killed him. And I always thought, like, how do you make up for that? How do you make up for that? And that guilt that she's living with that we never really talked about, and now we're seeing. And I just think, gosh, I wish magic really existed in this way, because it'd be awesome if we can go back and tell people that we've lost, that we're sorry, or we love them, or just say those things that you always wanted to say that you just didn't get a chance to. You know, people experience that when loved ones who are ill, no longer coherent, things you wanted to hear from them, or things you wish you could say. And I just love that Regina was able to have that closure. I feel like that was a huge part of her healing and growth. And I love that. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I like your little blue purse there, Sneezy. You sneezed earlier, didn't you? Hi.
Hi, Lana. My name's Evan Houston. This is my first Once Upon a Time event ever, so I'm really excited. It's actually my birthday gift. I was freaking out earlier, but now I'm really freaking out. I can't believe I'm walking here right
I
now.
thought you were going to say, but now I'm much better. Like, now I'm totally freaking out.
I'm crying right now. Oh my god. Okay. I love you so much. I really can't believe I'm talking to you right now. So my question is, how do you think Regina felt about the Black Fairy taking over your position as mayor in your office, as well as Regina Henry? Because we didn't really see your reaction to that.
Oh, she was pissed. No, you did see it. She was watching while she was in Fairy Tale Land, and she said, "That bitch." And so that's pretty much how she felt about it. Okay, if I give her a hug, I can't give everyone a hug. Hurry up, get over here. Hurry up. Oh, I get
Fab.
Because then it's like the lineup of hugs, which I would love to do if we had 4 days.
Hi. So there's been a lot of speculation that your character Regina and Cinderella's wicked stepmother are going to be a couple next season. What are your thoughts on that?
It's pretty hot. I don't object to any of that. I think wherever the writers go with Regina and or Cinderella and their relationship, I'm open to. I always have been.
Lady Tremaine.
Oh, why'd you say Cinderella?
Cinderella, stepmother.
Oh. I think Gabrielle's hot too, so. I mean, we have some beautiful women on this show. I'm not opposed to any of it. It doesn't really matter who it is. long, you know, like, as long as it's not Jimmy Cricket. And it's a Dr. Hopper, so Jimmy Cricket. It's a little challenging. I'm an actor, I tell stories, and zero objection to anything. There aren't really any restrictions in my world. I'm open to it. If that's the direction they go, then great. And if it's not, then great. Wherever they take Regina or Ronnie, I fully have, 100% faith in them that they're going to do right by her and her trajectory and wherever she ends up. So, is that what you want? Do you think Gabrielle's on too?
Ow! Yeah.
All right, well, I'll leave you with that fantasy. Sure, yes. Yeah. Hi.
Hi, Lana. I'm Rachel.
Hi, Rachel.
So I was just wondering, what was your reaction when you read the script for the season 5 finale and actually learned that the Evil Queen was coming back for season 6?
Wait, what?
Oh, serum. Okay, that makes sense. I was just really, something just came to mind. What if it was the Evil Queen's idea the whole time? And not Regina's. She was manipulating it. I just thought, wow, this is going to be a really interesting season 6, and to have both of them. They pitched me the idea before I read the script, so I knew where it was going-ish. I didn't know how long it was going to go for. They did say that it was going to carry on throughout all of season 6, which it did, aside from like 3 episodes or so. And it was a lot of work. It was a ton of work. I've never worked that hard in my life. I felt that, over the last 5 years, getting to season 6 was just such a huge accomplishment, and now we have these 2 women who are such beloved characters, and that it was time to kind of see where they went with one another, because it was this internal battle for so long. I really loved it. I loved the idea. I didn't know that it was going to entail as much as it did, because it was a huge learning curve. Being on stage with no one, acting with no one, and then a double who isn't me, but is moving the body like me because I trained them. I had to break down both sides well in advance. I had to train my doubles, and we all, our show, this is kind of not the norm for us to do this stuff that Orphan Black does. So it was a